Yo, yo, yo.
We're good? Yeah, we're good. Let's
We
go.
are back. Part 2.
But really part 1. Got a little technical difficulty. You'll hear all about it on this one. What's up, everybody? I'm your pal, George Boot Salas.
And I'm your other pal, Ricky Liordi. And before you listen to this episode, make sure you subscribe, follow, and leave us a review. We really appreciate that. Like to get some reviews up this week. So before you listen, go drop us a review on Apple or Spotify. And George, why don't you tell them who our guest was today?
All right. Well, we had the lovely gals on. The gals are two amazing women. One is my beautiful girlfriend, Becca Sneath, and the other one is the lovely Danielle Galarneau, who is part of the podcast. We'll drop that hint now. You'll hear the rest later. But anyways, we basically had a little sit down with them to kind of talk dating, talk about how Becca and I ended up together, talk about Ricky's dating life, Danielle's dating life, something we don't really talk about too often. So it was really cool and a lot of fun, some funny stories that I think a lot of our listeners will enjoy and hearing a different side of the pals. Yeah.
And meeting the gals.
I think
this is going to be a hot topic. Girls and guys want to hear how you guys met.
Yeah, of course. Pretty interesting story, if I do say so myself. A lot better told this time around than the last one. But, yeah, anyways, guys, terrific episode. Make sure you listen, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's give a shout-out to our amazing sponsors who help keep the lights on. We want to give a shout-out to a new sponsor and supporter of the Pals podcast. Just a terrific company. My pal, what do you got in your hand over there? Damn, that sounds nice. They have the same package too, so we put a few of these back yesterday, I think.
Oh yeah, we were crushing a couple of them. We'd like to give a shout out, and this is one of our new presenting sponsors, Kingsville Brewery. We've been drinking the Light A lager, and it's refreshing, light, premium, and it's a perfect drink to have with your pals on the cottage, in the studio, wherever you are. It's all natural, clean ingredients, award-winning Canadian beer. They're available at your local LCBO, beer stores, grocery stores, and some of the best beer we've had. And big shout out to them because they even gave us this nice red fridge you'll see in our studio on YouTube. So check them out at www.kingsvillebrewery.com or on socials at Kingsville Brewery.
Yeah, love it. That fridge is fantastic. Kingsville, thank you so much, guys. It makes it very easy for me to grab a nice, refreshing Kingsville Canadian beer, literally right next to the couch. So appreciate that. And guys, as someone who's not the biggest beer drinker, I can tell you that these are honestly, the beer's incredible. We love partnering with people who we believe in their brand, believe in their product, and I can tell you Kingsville makes a quality beer. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I had a few of them yesterday for St. Patty's. So thanks, Kingsville. We appreciate the partnership. And yeah, guys, go check them out at LCBO and pick up a pack today.
And yeah, only 130 calories per pint.
Oof, I could afford to lay off the calories too. So thanks again, Kingsville. Appreciate that. Guys, I want to give another shout out to our baby, our project, our new platform, Cast. For those who are not aware, Cast is a new social media platform, and it's the first social voting platform of its kind. We are on a mission to remove the friction to participate in online conversations, and what that means is we want to create a place for people to be honest, authentic, curious, genuine, and just be themselves online. We want to remove that fear of judgment and reprisal, and create a curious community of people that can ask questions, give answers, have healthy discourse, and all of the important things in life that help stimulate conversation and communication. So right now we are in open beta. It's a super exciting time. We just launched the website, so you can now download it from our website, from our social channels, wherever you need to get it. You can go to joincast.co or joincast.co on any social media platform and download the app today. We're live on Android now and on iOS. And hopefully soon our full web platform will be up. But yeah, get to our website, www.joincast.co, to download today. We love you all. Thank you for the support so far.
And one last sponsor, last but not least, our good friends over at RFP Design. If you haven't been watching on YouTube, we actually have a brand new, sleek, sexy looking new couch in the studio. It's become a staple of our studio now, and it's gorgeous. And it's from our good friends over at RFP Design. Reliable, innovative, skilled. This is your custom furniture experience transformed. They turn visions into requests into reality. We've known Andrew Moretti and his team for many years now. We finally got a chance to work with them, and the whole process was seamless. From designing the couch to picking the fabric to the delivery and installation, everything, it was just super easy and convenient. They made our job super honestly super easy. So if you're looking for any new furniture or looking for any custom projects, reach out to them at www.rfpdesign.com and let them know that the pals sent you. You won't get a discount, but just let them know we sent you anyways, just for fun.
Hey, throw them a discount, Andrew.
There we go.
Come on.
For the pals. But Georgie,
LFG, baby.
let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
We're back.
Part 2. George, we good?
Check. I want to make sure everything's okay. I'm going to walk around a little bit during this episode. Get the legs loose, Stay limber.
Look at his shoes.
I'm gonna pace around.
This is part 2. Part 1 was Forever Lost.
I frigged it up.
So sad.
I frigged it up.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Oh, this is
We
nice,
all
sir.
had matching cask gear on too.
Yeah, it's my fault. I haven't lost an episode. I haven't. We've lost one. Technical difficulties. I've never lost an episode in my entire life. 100 and whatever many.
25-ish.
And I deleted. Ironically, I said I wasn't going to talk as much last episode. I talked the most probably, and I deleted my voice off the track. So turns out.
But were we that bad?
What do you mean? No, it wasn't bad.
You sure?
I
The
think
episode
it was
wasn't
good.
bad. No, the
I
episode
think
was
it was
good.
a great episode.
No,
I thought it would have done well.
You thought I did it on purpose?
No, like just like a slight thing.
No, I
was
swear
like,
to
oh,
God.
Maybe.
So what happened
George,
was.
tell what happened. Tell
Okay,
the story.
so for everyone listening, this is
Tell the
the
story
wait.
in under 1 minute. I
Yeah,
dare you.
fast. So, anyways, we did. This is the pals featuring the gals. We had part 1 like a week ago. It was a terrific episode. You guys will hear more about that in a bit. But I was editing the episode when we were here like Thursday morning. I was editing the episode, and it's usually really easy to edit. I've done 100 or something of these, so all you have to you move the stuff around, you fix the volumes, piece of cake. But Ricky left, and we forgot to do the intro. Usually, what we do is record an episode, and then we'll record the intro together at a later date before we post it. We were tight for time. Ricky said, just post it yourself. I said, okay. I didn't hook it up to the mics. I recorded on my laptop mic, and as I'm recording it, I recorded it. I nailed it. Best intro I ever done. Sucks because I'm never going to hear it. It was amazing. And then I hit save, I guess, or I did something. And then whatever, saved it.
You definitely did not hit save.
No. So what I think I did, because what I could tell was I guess I hit delete. Like I was moving something around, and my whole audio of the track got deleted. And then I must have not seen it. Then I hit save because I was like, oh, it's perfect. Let me save it so I don't lose it. And then I'm editing it. I was like, wait, where'd my voice go here? It's gone. And long story short, and then I went to close it. I'm like, oh, I didn't save it yet. Let me close it. I close it. I reopen it, and it's my voice still gone. So I must have saved some point there.
What you
I
should have
fucked
done
it
is
up.
just listen to the episode and just re-talk and re-record your part.
I could have added random. I could have added random,
yourself?
change what I actually
Yeah,
said.
you talk and then it's you just chime in and you see, oh shit, because you can see when people talk when you're editing.
Yeah,
and
if
just
you look
oh,
there.
I gotta stop. Okay, yeah.
I should have had a commentary. I should have just sat.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you could hear my voice still. So all the mics are picking up all of our sound. So you could hear me very faintly off all these 3 mics. It just sounded weird. So anyways, that's my story in that was 2 minutes. Actually, no, it's probably under a minute. Yay me. So now we're back here again, everybody. For those watching,
Thank you.
thank you. We're back again with the gals. This episode was by popular demand. People were clamoring for it, and I ruined it. But anyways, it's okay.
Why don't we do this since we did this about halfway through last? But why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
So I'm Danielle. I'm Becca's roommate. Well, old roommate. And Becca's dating George. And that's who we are.
That's who you are. That defines Danielle.
Yeah, you
I'm
would think you
Becca's
had
old roommate.
experience. Should I wear my
All
slides or
right.
no slides? This looks kind of weird.
You
No
don't wear them. I
slides.
like that.
Wear them, yeah. Flip flops are a vibe.
Manager, let me know.
When I wear my Crocs.
Oh,
Anyways, sorry. Rebecca, introduce yourself.
I'm Becca. I'm George's girlfriend. I'm Danielle's best friend. And I work in fashion. I'm a dancer. I live in Toronto.
And you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
problem.
You're so beautiful too.
Thank you so much.
And
And this is where we lose the listeners. And this is where the drop happens.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, guys. Well, so, you know what? Let's start off with this because actually, I'm assuming a lot of our listeners would want to hear. Tell us the story.
Wait. No, hold on. Before we get there, what was the impetus? I'm using that word a lot lately. I really like it. What was the impetus for this episode, ladies?
so Danielle's been dying to get on the podcast.
I've been begging.
since we met you guys.
Because it's
She's
the
been
biggest
begging.
podcast in Toronto.
Yes.
And
the best podcast.
a couple weekends ago, we were hanging out, and the boy said, when do you want to come on? Finally, she lost it. She was like, I can come on the 26th, whatever it was. And then she looked at me instantly and was like, what am I going to talk about?
What do
But
I
like she
say?
whispers, like, what am I talking about?
Yeah. So then the next day I had an idea. I thought, you know what? We can make this really fun. We'll make it the gals with the pals, and it'll be a nice segue into Danielle and our podcast because we're going to start one. And
You can't use this to promote your own podcast.
Yes,
it's not
I
fair.
can.
We'll charge you for that.
And so my
Rings
idea
bucks.
was to do a dating themed podcast because I feel like not only do people want to hear from us, I think they do, but they would want to hear about Ricky's crazy dating life because he's like the most eligible bachelor in Toronto, and I feel like there's so much to
Debatable,
talk
but
about
yeah.
surrounding that topic.
Yeah, of course. But do you know what? When we did tell a story last time, even though it did take a good half hour, maybe now that we'll tell it again, we can kind of concise it a little bit.
I'm not going to talk. Becca will tell the whole story.
No, but I honestly think a lot of people really want to know how you guys met. Because you guys met during COVID. Your relationship
True.
kind of flourished during COVID.
Yes.
Yep.
True.
So let's get this one. Let's get it out of the way. Maybe not 30 minutes this time. Maybe
all right, I'm
maybe
gonna
15.
pass the mic over, guys. I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'll
say
do
you
it
guys-
quick. So
don't
George,
be quick.
Do
Tell
it
us.
proper.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
okay.
10 minutes, 15
So
minutes.
George followed me September 2019 on Instagram when my best friend Monica posted a picture of the two of us.
What picture was it?
It
You
was
remember?
just us at a gala. It was us at that
Oh,
gala.
yeah.
Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
Good pick.
Like
Good
honestly,
pic,
that
low
was the
cut
best,
top?
the best I've ever looked. I had this like black tube
yeah, I was
top
like,
dress.
wow, who's this girl?
I was
Follow.
Yeah,
like, follow back. I'm like, yes, I'm in.
yeah, followed. He liked all my pictures.
It's so
whatever.
true how that works, though, eh?
Yeah.
If you follow someone like 3 pictures and you get the follow back, you're like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. You taught me that.
It's a good like entry point for sure.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it worked.
And so he followed, liked all my pictures. I followed him back, didn't like any pictures back. And then
Hard to get.
And then a couple days later, I checked to like creep him, and he was gone. And I thought he blocked me,
Maybe
but he just deleted his Instagram for whatever reason. So I was
Hard
like,
to
oh,
get.
this guy's like kind of weird. And then a year go by, we didn't talk at all. I started seeing someone else, and he would like. I feel like we DM'd, but it was It was completely platonic. It was very cardboard. He would type with punctuation, periods
Can you
at the end
explain
of
what
everything.
cardboard is?
Yeah, give us some
When
examples.
I say cardboard, I mean like one of the kind of okay. I'll use an example. One of the
Yeah.
messages you sent me was about running, and you were like, "Yes, I use the Nike Plus Run Club. Period. It keeps me accountable and motivated. Period." And
All proper spelling.
And honestly, I
Yes.
think I just liked the message because I was like, "This is
No, you're responding like, oh, great, LOL, I use it too, or something like that. We probably should have pulled it up.
whatever."
So
So
we could superimpose the messages on the side.
Should
right
I? Like,
I can get the screenshots.
Sure.
Yeah.
now? Yeah,
So
but then George's
we're-
got to do the work.
And to be clear, it's not wrong. I was cardboard, but I had intention with what I did.
Yeah.
Just saying. I knew what I was doing. But continue.
But like I said, it was just platonic. It was whatever. And then towards the end of the summer, like end of July, we actually started DMing a little bit more. But it was still platonic. And it was just about running. Like there was nothing there. I was like, he's a good looking guy, but there was nothing there. And then you sent me a DM photo of your new haircut.
Cut my hair, send out a thirst trap, as it's known.
And he
And
said, hi, it's
Check.
me.
Worked.
And then I messaged
hey,
back. I
this is what-
said, like,
wait, this is
damn
what I
or
said.
something.
Shout out to DB. He's not here in this one, and we talked about it last time. But I said this. Hey, it's me, with like a hand up emoji. Classic.
And it worked. And I
worked
said,
like a charm.
jam with hard eyes.
I was with you in the car. I was in the car.
No,
You don't
so-
remember? I remember where I was when I sent this. Because I was like, I'm like pretty easily excitable person, but I was like, Rick, check this out. I got hard eyes. I'm in. That was pretty much my reaction. I'm not even lying. Like I was cardboard the whole time,
yeah.
very confident and like cool. But when that came back in, like it was like instantaneous. I sent it and like you like messaged back. I'm like, pfft, I'm in.
Game over.
Yeah.
So I called Monica instantly and I was like, Monica, George just sent me a picture and I didn't open it yet. So I took my work phone and I put it over top of my personal phone and I took a photo. As soon as I opened up the picture, I took a photo of the selfie. So I didn't want to screenshot because I didn't know if you could see that.
You can.
Yeah, so I didn't
You
do
can.
that.
Yeah.
And then this was like end of July. We were talking one weekend. We were like, where are you going? We ended up meeting up that night at Locals. We had a few drinks. That was a good night.
The rest they say is history.
And then we went on a run, and that was our first date.
Oh yeah, that night. So Becca.
Official date.
Yeah.
Was
so-
this the Daisy night or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
August 8th.
August 8th.
Yeah.
August 8th is August
Funny
9th.
enough, my all-you-can-eat sushi place near my office in Brampton is called August 8.
No, August 8th. Oh,
August 8?
Interesting.
We should go there.
You guys
Okay.
should go there.
We'll go there on
For your
August 8th.
anniversary.
We'll go
It's
there on
all
August-
you can eat sushi. The lunch menu's like $18, and it's actually good.
We're going.
I literally order like 20 little shrimp tempuras every time I'm there.
Wait.
There's a scissor.
We have a handshake.
There's a scissor.
Whoever's not watching, go watch YouTube. We have a handshake. You can peep it if you're lucky.
Okay,
but
so
let me add
August
something.
8th.
So we're like, I started running, for those who don't know, last year. Like I got into it a lot. I
Everybody knows
post
now.
everything. Yeah. Actually, shout out to me. Ran today again, 11K before this episode. Shout out to Bex. Both hit 180K this month.
No. So you hit 180.2 and I hit 180.4. Thank you.
Whatever. I had to let her win once because last year I kept rubbing it in. She was trying to keep up with me. That's how she. That was like how I flex. I knew she ran, so that's what I was kind of doing. And like, then she tried to keep up, and I was like, "Oh, cute, she ran 100K. Let me message her, congrats."
Yeah.
And then she finally. But anyways, not the point. Where was I going with the story now? Fuck. This always happens.
Here we go.
Oh, so we like run. We talk about running. We try to get together for so long to run. And Becca kept like blowing me off. Oh, got busy. I'm like, oh, this girl's flake for sure. She's not gonna run. She's not a runner. What a faker. And then we met up the night at Locals, and then we like had drinks. And I was like, oh, like let's go. We're whatever talking about going for a run. I was like, perfect. We'll go for a run on Monday. So it's like a Saturday. Or let's go for a run on Monday. She's like, okay, deal. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. She's gonna bail. Like sitting at the bar when you're drinking, like she's not gonna come out. Whatever. That night was fun. We had a good time. And then shows up Monday, ready to run. And I was still not like hungover, but kind of like tired, not in a mood to run. And I was like, yeah, like we'll just go easy. I was trying to be cool. Like, we'll do like 5K, maybe 10, something. She's like, yeah, cool. And Becca just goes bolting. I'm like, well, I was like, we'll go at like a 6.5 minute pace. Easy run. She bolts down the street right away. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got to keep up with her. I look like a loser. I'm dying. I'm winded. I'm gassed. And then I kept trying to be like, yeah, let's like wrap this up. Are you tired? Let's go back, have a smoothie. Let's end this run. We don't have to keep running. I'm like, you're tired. Let's go. I try to be cool. Anyways, that's my part of the story.
You did great.
Yeah.
What about the AirPod?
And as we were running during this like
this is the funny
first
part of the
date, so
story.
keep in mind after Daisy, I was like, we're never talking again. That's
What
honestly
happened at
I thought.
Daisy?
We just like we had a drug night, whatever.
Yeah, we just talked. We talked about running.
Yeah, we talked
Talk
about
about our
running.
feelings.
Yeah,
Middle of the bar talking about your feelings.
probably.
yeah.
That was
We're probably
that's
talking
it.
like
More like corner of the booth.
That was a fun night. Shout out to Dirty
Grade
Dom.
9 kissing.
Dom was there. Monica was there.
yeah, and
That was a fun night.
Was that
thought-
Dom's fake engagement night?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Was it that night or the
Yeah,
night before?
'cause you
the night
DM'd me.
before. It was the night before. At
You-
Ruby Soho the night before.
You DM me saying to wish him a happy engagement or something.
So the actual night with the balloons was the night before the Friday, and then that was the next night. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought we would never talk again, and then you messaged me, and we went for a run, and I came in. I was so strategic. I came in with my sports bra. My abs were really good that day. Like I knew what I was doing, and I was like, I'm gonna kill this run and just smoke him. Like he's gonna be left in the dust. And as we were running, you were actually in front of me at one point, and I had this fear going into the run that I was gonna lose an AirPod, and it was gonna be the most embarrassing
You
thing.
manifested it.
And I did, and I lost an AirPod, and it fell into the street. And George was still running, and he didn't hear or like see me, and I was just like literally on all fours, like crawling to the street to grab the AirPod so he wouldn't see me.
What a poor girl. Like, oh
Yeah,
Funny
like
enough,
what a
I
peasant.
lost my AirPods last week after leaving cast.
no.
Yeah, but I also heard you had a little tumble.
No, that was.
No, that was
couple-
another time.
Oh.
No,
that
like
was the other-
after we recorded our first podcast, on like going to my car, can't find my AirPods.
Come on.
Last week was not meant to be.
No.
I'm telling you, everything happens for a reason, guys. The universe, like it all just manifests itself the way it's supposed to be, and that's what happened. Everyone's watching them. Everyone's looking at the audio to make sure we're not messing up. Also, is anyone else hot in here?
No,
No, I'm very nice in here.
I'm very comfortable.
Probably because I'm a runner and I went to 11K today. Anyways,
you did 11K to catch up to me.
Yeah, and I had to let her when you got to be a good
Honestly,
boyfriend.
good for you though. You did.
No,
good.
but you're better. Anyways, whatever. Not the point. Also, just on that note, before we pivot a little bit, for anyone that wants to go running, like, hit us up. Add us on Nike Run Club. Big Nike runner. Hit a milestone, 2,500K. Lifetime miles. Feeling pretty good about it. The color is also purple. Coincidentally, cast is purple. A sign. You tell me. Anyways.
We're starting a run club.
Yeah, we should start a run club.
Cast Run Club?
100%.
Yeah, the Pals Run Club. The Cast Run Club. Whatever. TBD. Hit us up if you want to run.
Anyways,
But let's-
that's how George and I met.
Yes.
And next topic.
We wrapped that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I have to keep it short and sweet. Give people a little flavor. Let them know. Let them DM some questions. They want to know more.
How
Part
was
two.
okay? So how was your second date after that? What was your first real date together? The run doesn't count.
Lapinu. So after the run, we went back. We were sober Sally's. We sat on opposite ends of the couches. We drank a chalky smoothie.
No, it was it was a acai smoothie.
When
It
we
was
watched
good.
Halloween,
the remake.
How do you watch Halloween on opposite ends of the couch?
Because she sat on the other end. I was like, weird.
And what was this, a Monday?
you were
Yeah.
so weird.
You were weird. Like, no, it was like I was sitting like where you are. She's sitting how she is. Like her arms.
Who sat
crossed.
first though? Who sat first?
Becca.
Oh, so that's on you. You guys sit in the middle.
But I was sitting like in the middle here.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't on the other side. Maybe I was lying. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. And
No.
then you looked at me. You're like, "Do you want to lie down?"
Yeah, like
Oh, we didn't hear that last time.
halfway through the movie, I was like, "Go on down." She's like, "Sure." Thought you would never ask. But yeah,
I was like, 30-year-olds are weird. Is this how they date?
This is 30.
honestly, yeah, I was cardboard, but yeah.
Yeah,
nervous.
anyways,
It's
our
okay.
second date.
Honestly, I was not gonna lie. I was intimidated by Becca when she showed
Second
up.
date.
So you didn't take me out for a long time, which like upset me. And
What
I
do
would,
you mean?
I would tell the girls, I'm like, oh my God, he's not taking me out. Like, this is so.
We were in the middle of a pandemic. I was trying to be safe, okay?
No, fair.
And save some money for
But
cast.
he just kept inviting me over. He kept inviting me over, and I was like,
What do you
oh,
mean? Like-
okay, yeah, I guess I'll come over at 9 after your podcast, you know?
See, I don't remember any of this stuff. I don't remember playing out that way. In my head, I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
podcast, let's go. I'm
I
like,
have this like in a spreadsheet. I know
Yeah,
everything.
don't joke. Women do that.
I don't actually.
Danielle, don't
we
say
did
anything.
Lapin. Lapin was a really good date. I remember we were like in the
Patio or inside?
We were sitting patio. I was there like 30 minutes before Becca stood.
That's what the
We-
lights on top
Yeah.
between the alleys.
But it started raining.
We had hung out a couple times at your place before this, though, so we were comfortable with each other. But this was like our first legit date.
Do you guys
So it was-
get dressed up?
Yeah,
Becca,
like
what'd
I
you
wore like
wear?
a suit
Of
jacket.
course, you remember.
I wore like black booties.
I remember. That's why I knew like I really liked her. She showed up. She's like, "Tell me everything about your day." I was like, "Damn, perfect. A girl wants to hear me talk. This is amazing." And we talked for like I don't know 4 hours, 5 hours.
It was,
at the restaurant.
it was my favorite date ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Okay,
Anyways,
did you go to the date late on purpose?
No, I was at the Four Seasons
Lies,
before
lies.
for work. I was at the Four Seasons before, and then I met up with Hannah and Kimmy for a quick drink before the date to like ease my nerves. And honestly, my Uber was stuck in traffic. Like I felt really bad, but I was half an hour late. And then I ran.
not
It
that
and the reservation was under the wrong name.
was under Jessica Anthos.
No, but I told every name like, nope, we don't have that. I'm staying out there like with like a loser, like literally for like 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, like they're like, oh, okay, we found it. You can sit here. Whatever.
So we had a really beautiful date. We got a bunch of appetizers. We talked for like 4 hours, and that was like I feel like that was for sure like pretty significant for me.
Yep. I would agree with that assessment.
Cool.
Cool.
Danielle, what's your favorite date you've ever been on?
Ever?
No.
Or just
this
during
month.
COVID? No, but like,
Yeah. What's your favorite date you've ever been on? Like,
Also, yeah, that's something like we gotta mix the questions up too. 'Cause,
That's
like, you
fine.
know what I mean? And I actually have one
I'm-
good one for you. I got
Okay.
teed up. I was waiting there.
favorite date ever. It was kind of like a long day.
Okay.
It wasn't a first date. Known the guy for a while, but we started off having drinks in Liberty Village. Then went to a TFC game, and then we ended up running into some friends. But we had such a good day; it was amazing. And then ended up going to a friend's restaurant with like another 2 guys, and then we had a really nice time. And ended up going to our friend's graduation party, and then out after. But it was just like a long day. It was a good mix of like just me and him, and then time with friends. And I'd say that had to be the best date.
I
That's
like
a fun day. That's
And
like
it was
a long
it was
day.
a
Like an
week
8-hour
right be-
shift.
No,
Yeah.
it was a long day week right before COVID, and best day. And then
Wait,
lunch
right
the
before?
next day.
What do you mean right before?
I went to home opener
In February?
March.
Oh, I was gonna say like because in
was
my
the
head I'm
first
picturing
game.
like summer. Like
Remember,
the
we
first
released
game.
our Jonathan Osario episode.
we
right
gotta
before
get
the home
we gotta get
Yeah.
him back on. Shout out to Jonathan.
And
Shout out to
Liam.
Liam. Liam's in Columbus now. But anyway, sorry.
No, nothing. It was
Yeah.
it was just good. It was fun.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Okay, but how do you guys feel about, not to bring this back again, but people showing up late to dates? Have you guys, like, do you guys go late? Do you, like, think differently if a girl shows up late?
I'm on time every single time to a date.
So
I'll
what do you
never
think if
be
a girl
late for
shows up
date.
late?
And if I am late, like it'll be like there's plenty of time. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna make 7:30, but I'll say that like 5 o'clock.
But what happens if she shows up late? You get there
I
at
don't
7. You don't
I
care?
don't mind. No.
I
Like,
don't
if you're
mind
like
it,
an
yeah.
hour late, and I'm sitting there by myself like an idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna be cheesed, but I know I can entertain myself for an hour, easy.
good for you.
Sit at the bar, have a drink, make a friend. If I don't make any friends, which is very shocking, I would just sit on my phone and I can catch up on sports, message the boys.
Book a new date for the next night.
No, not I don't do back to backs a little ever. What about you guys?
Well, I always show up late. That's just who I am as a
So
person.
George, do you know that now?
Yeah, she's not that bad though.
Oh,
Really?
I mean, like late to my place, like late to like going somewhere like once or twice, like late, like 30, 40 minutes, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's at your house, it's not bad. It's not
No,
bad.
like needed to go out somewhere
Yeah.
or something. But like, yeah, I don't really. And also, I don't care as much. Like, I care a bit if it's like we have to be. If it's like I'm going to meet someone that's like if it's a family event or something, and like it looks like it's like you have to be there at a certain time. Yeah, then that's. Let me just make sure. Hang on 1 second. We're good. I know we're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. If it's a family event, you're like, like, or like something that you have like a deadline to be like a wedding or something, then it's one thing. But like,
or a sporting event.
Shit.
A sporting event.
What?
Montreal scored.
Yeah, a
my
sporting
mic
event would
working?
really suck.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, the top
There's
one.
one-
We're good. We're good.
Oh.
Ricky's the small one.
Okay.
Or Danielle's the
I feel like it's different now for us though because our lives are our lives are like more
Manager.
fluid. Like before they were so separate, so like we were really scheduled things, but now our lives are just so fluid. Like we're together like half of the week.
But I
you
think
know?
that's the difference between like.
Yes, we
actually
spent the
dating
last
someone-
four days together.
This is gonna be our 4th sleepover tonight.
Oh, I love that. When you guys moving in together?
That's our longest
Soon.
time.
That is our longest, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool, exciting. This is fun.
But Ricky, I was gonna ask you. I just want to know the answer to this. What's the most people you've dated at once?
Wait, what do you mean?
Define dating.
Like I don't know. I guess
Seeing
in
them.
maybe like a 1 month period.
I dated 2 women at once. Like fully dated 2 women at once.
And
I don't
did
think I've ever
they
told this on the
know?
podcast. I got caught. Yeah.
Oh, so it was like a cheating situation. You weren't
Not
single.
physically cheating, but like definitely emotional cheating.
Okay, so you
So-
weren't single. Did you have exclusive talks with these girls?
I broke up with both of them. So I broke up with
So
one,
you
and
were
then I started
dating them
talking.
enough to have to break up with them.
I literally was full out dating one. Broke up with her. Started talking to my ex, and started talking to her again. I dated 2 people at once. It was really bad, but
That's pretty crazy.
it was terrible.
I don't know why that just popped into my head, and I wanted to know.
So I did that. That was like legit. That was bad. Now the thing is, dating is such a word that can get used in so many different ways. So like if you go on a date with someone, technically you are dating, right? If you think about it, if you go on one, therefore you are kind of thing.
I think it's like the exclusive part.
Yeah, I've
that,
never.
like,
So other
defines
than
it.
that one point in my time, I've never dated more than one person exclusively.
Cool.
Yeah, that one point.
Daniel?
No.
You were saying, that's one thing though. Like I'm not. This is nothing against you. Like I mean, you're obviously most eligible bachelor. You the king of dating. I could never. This is not. I'm not saying this to like be nice or anything. I could never wrap my head around that. Like I just like the energy that sucks. That I look at that as an energy suck. Like just dating multiple
that one
people
was-
or
that
like
was
just
tough.
being like that like single thing. The way you do it and like you can manage it. I could I was never someone that could do that because of the like the mental energy it takes. Number one to like keep things going and up in the air and all these things. Like I'm like, to me, it's like, what is the reward? What is the outcome of like doing all of this stuff? Like, I don't know if this makes sense, but
No.
like somebody who's like, has like, okay, even the theory of like a roster or something, like to me in my head, that gives me anxiety. Like trying to like juggle all this shit. I'm like, I have more important things to do than like have to like manage this stuff. I don't know if that.
No, there's obviously
fair,
like,
like-
I think there's a different connotation when you're saying it like the roster and all that. But I feel like if you're dating someone, how are you supposed to? If you're just dating one person, you're going on dates, whatever. How are you supposed to get to know them? What if you don't like them? Then you go on a date with someone else. Why is that bad? That's what dating is.
I'm not saying it's
You're
bad.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like a
you're just
negative
trying
way.
to
I get what you're
people.
saying.
It's
Yeah,
just, there's that connotation when it comes to you're dating so many people that it's a bad thing.
Got
But it's
you.
like, how are you supposed to meet someone
yeah.
if you're not putting yourself out there,
Putting
and actually,
feelers out there.
and actually meeting someone? Like you go on one date, it could be shit,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah, sorry, I know what you mean. I didn't mean to like.
No, but I agree.
But-
I'm not someone who does that. I
but
put
the
all my
other
energy into one person, and then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
But you have a good point though, because like it's viewed differently, right? Like so, like let's say you go on a date, hypothetically speaking, you go on a date with somebody, and like you're like, okay, this is kind of okay. Maybe I'll see him again. But this guy's kind of interesting. I'll go on a date with him. Then people look at like, oh, like she's a roster, she's 2 people or something like that. Like it's a negative
it's
connotation.
a negative thing, but it shouldn't be.
But like, yeah, like what if nothing happens with this person or this person or this person? What if you just did 3 dates, like nothing happened? You're like, oh, not interested, kind of
and
interested,
they're all useless.
right?
Well, the main thing is, as long as you communicate very clearly what you want, what you're expecting, and what your expectations are, it's completely fine. Like we talked about
Yeah.
this on the last time too. You guys asked like, Ricky, what if you were on a date and you ran into a girl that you went on a date previously with? I would 100% stop and say hi. I would introduce the 2 people because I am dating. I'm not dating
Yeah.
one specific person. I'm not exclusive with any one person. I love to meet new people. I love to go out. I love to experience new things, try new things, meet new people, make new friends, like all those things. Well, that's what dating is nowadays.
I think as soon as you put the exclusive title on the
Then
relationship,
then you're
it's a problem.
exclusively
Then
dating,
it's
or
a
then you're in a
different
relationship,
situation.
right? Yeah, then you're wrong.
It's kind of like a
right?
cheating situation.
Yeah.
And that's your like. it's
Yeah,
an
and I
issue.
did that before. I've done that in the past, and terrible part of my life, and I can talk
But you
about it
learn
now.
from it.
Yeah, 100% you learn from it. Didn't learn from it right away, but you grow up and you get older.
I told you so.
Yeah. No, but you know what I
I'd
mean?
say
It's like,
that. I
I'm
told
just
you
kidding.
so.
You shouldn't
Yeah.
say that because you're my best friend. I
No,
support
it's
everything you do.
100%. No,
But I just remember like I would hear this stuff and I was like,
yeah, I knew it was gonna.
This ain't gonna
I
work
knew it.
out.
I'm like, one day I'm gonna get caught, and this is gonna blow up in my face, and then I'll decide which one I like more, and that's how I'm gonna do it. Like, terrible strategy.
But then what happened?
I got caught, and I picked the one I liked more, and dated for like.
Oh, so
2
she still
years
dated you
after.
after?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Hello, I'm the most eligible bachelor. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, I ended up.
We
dating
are
for, like,
speaking
2-3
to Ricky
years.
after
No, but that's
all.
like really lucky because like in that like moment, neither of them
Oh.
could have chosen you.
Yeah, Briscoe's
You're-
willing to
But let
take.
me ask you, do you think that this is interesting because like you got caught, but also isn't it the kind of the competition as well of like, okay, you got caught, you're both, but at the end of the day, deep down inside, don't you think, as from a female perspective, wouldn't they be like, oh well, I don't want to lose?
Well, it's like the bachelorette mentality, right?
Yeah, like wouldn't there be some kind of
I don't
like?
know. I guess it depends on the person. Like it's not. I don't
I
think
guess it
everybody
depends
views
how
it like
strong
that.
the relationship is and if they think it's actually going somewhere.
And if it's worth it.
But
to
they
them.
also could say, okay, I won. Then the next day, okay, bye, Ricky.
Mm,
It could happen. I'm
That
not
happened?
saying it doesn't happen to you, but it could
It
happen.
didn't.
Okay, wait.
She could have
Sorry.
played you. Like you
We
played
didn't
her.
ask you what your ideal date is.
We said this already too. But I'm gonna come
what's
up with
no? Well, I did. What's the best date you went on?
Ooh,
Your best date ever, the most fun you've ever had.
Best date I've
Oh,
ever
this is
had.
a hard fuck.
No, this is easy. It depends. Are we in Toronto or are we like traveling?
Any date you've ever been on? Your number one date
so
ever.
me and my most recent ex, when we were in Croatia together, and I don't vacation with partners too often, just because vacation is super serious. But this one had never been to. Actually, she might listen. Shout out Bex. We went to Croatia together when we were traveling Europe last year, and we literally had a wild day. We started off, went to the beach, had some drinks there, went to another beach club, had more drinks there, went to a nice sunset beach place. Hula Hula. Met
Oh, we
these
love
crazy
Hula
Australian
Hula.
people that we hit it off with. Like we had a blast with them. After that, we went to a nice little dinner inside the piazza there, or no, I don't know what the Croatians call piazza, but had dinner there. Went back, and that was a crazy fun day. That's probably one of my favorite dates ever. I had a really good one here a few years ago as well, where it's similar to Danielle's. Went to a bar, just me and her, middle of the day. Had some drinks. Went to a TFC game after. After that, went to karaoke for her best friend's birthday. The problem is this wasn't private karaoke. It was on the Dime on Queen. I think it's closed down since. But nobody was singing. So basically you're in a karaoke bar with nobody singing. It's just shitty radio music on in the background. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll get this party started. I'm half in the bag. So I get up there and I was trying a new song. I was trying I can't remember it right now. It's on my karaoke playlist. But I sang a song I don't normally sing, so I wasn't as good at it.
You're
You
not
have a good
good.
voice.
I'm a terrible voice, but I have fucking passion.
Terrible voice.
I can get the crowd going. I really can. So I basically
I don't know.
sang-
I honestly don't know about that. I feel like it's like what you see from your lens.
Yeah,
It's like when I look in the mirror and I see someone who's jacked, but someone else looks like something different. That's like you with
So,
singing.
do
right?
you want to know the song I sang? And I never sang this before in public. Mr. Jones, Counting Crows. You guys know the song?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little verse?
Oh, okay.
I just like this part. Ready?
Oh, this is a hard
Sha la
one.
la 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 la. Oh. And I'm strutting Mike's in my hand. I'm strutting on the stage like it's mine.
Michael.
Yeah, and I was terrible at it, but the crowd loved me.
You know, even Mike.
Was this the first date?
Not a first date, but it's maybe our fifth date.
He said Michael was in my.
No,
Oh,
Mike.
Mike.
Mike was in my hand.
I was shouting out Michael Dirkley.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike.
But yeah, that day was really fun
Michael. He said Mike.
too. So yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so how do you I don't know what I'd do if someone brought me on a first or second date to karaoke.
So I literally had this discussion with a friend the other day, and I said, if I brought you to karaoke, would you sing? If with me and my friends, would you sing? She's like, oh, depends on the song. I'm like, Ja Rule, always on time. Are you gonna be Ashanti? And she's like, of course. I was like, okay, we can carry on the date.
He loves Ja Rule. It's
Yeah, if someone wouldn't sing at a karaoke bar with me and my friends, no, not going.
Yeah, we talked about this. It's so annoying. Just fucking sing.
But I see.
Like if we're all amazing singers and you suck and you're embarrassed, okay, fuck yeah, I get it. Like if a girl takes me to like a dance party and everyone's fucking Save the Last Dancing, yeah, I'm not fucking dancing.
Save the last dancing.
You know what I mean? Like
I love how you turned
exactly
that into a verb. Save the last dancing. That was good.
So I would not dance ever, not with like that
Yeah.
kind of music. But we suck at karaoke. It's just me and George yelling at the top of our lungs. Like
Bad.
So I guess it's like
It's just fun,
You guys
like-
are chill and like it's fun to see the right people.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the note, so we don't dive into it because we talked about how it's like a kind of like not a deal breaker, but it's annoying if a girl takes herself too seriously, won't sing. What is something that's a deal breaker on dates with you guys, the gals?
Oh.
Deal breaker or pet peeve, maybe? I don't know. Or
Yeah,
deal-
either.
Okay,
Give us
I was
both.
on a date once.
Give us a pet peeve and then give us the deal breaker.
Yeah.
I think okay, so the,
Oh boy.
George,
They-
like,
I
fuck,
think
fuck,
this
fuck,
is-
fuck.
I was on a date once at Lapanu and cooked.
I went to this
No,
guy's
no.
condo. He sat on the other side of the couch.
No, so
Go
I
ahead.
went on a date once, and I think this was probably a deal breaker and a pet peeve all in one. We went to laissez-faire, and he drank in the span of 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. I think like 15 drinks.
Okay, but
And I was literally sitting there just like watching, like it was just like drink after. It wasn't like I was going for a nice night, drinking, right? I had like 2 drinks and he was on 15. Like it was insane.
That's a lot.
It was too much. I was like, okay, you were not on the same.
Wait, was he like handling himself well though? Or was he
Yeah,
just a mess?
he was okay.
He was okay.
Wait, were you there?
So
Danielle's like, yeah, I was at a table. I was at a table.
Let's add to the story now.
And honestly, like I just wasn't feeling it, and I could tell on the date, like he just wanted to like, hold my hand, like something.
Hey!
I wasn't giving him it. So I texted
Kidding.
Danielle. I went to the bathroom. I was not feeling it at all, and I was just like young and stupid. And I'm like, Danielle, you have to come crash this date. And so Danielle came and crashed the date. And
Good friend.
I told the guy, yeah, good friend, great friend, when she lived at the Bisha.
No, I was at King Tops before with my mom.
True.
Shout out to Lisa.
And
Later, Lisa.
I told the guy that she was coming, and he was like, and he just didn't get it right. He was like, "Oh yeah, like the best friend's coming to suss me out, eh?" And I was like,
Did he say that? Did he
Yes,
say those
and he
words?
said it, and then he said it to me afterwards. Be like, "Oh, you came to check me out." And Becca went to the
Like, no, I
bathroom
came to
about
save
80
her.
times that night too, because she just didn't want to be at the table. And I said, "No, I'm actually here because she's
You're
not having a good
shit
time."
day.
You said it to him?
I had maybe a few drinks before, so I was
Heck
very,
yeah.
very confident.
It was
Couple
honestly,
pops.
but he thought I was joking.
it
And
was so funny.
It was really fun after.
And then, oh god, we like ran away from him. It was just so funny. Like Danielle and I were being trolls.
we had such a good night after.
But so that just ruined it for me, because I was like, this is like when I go on a date, like I kind of course, like you're having fun, you're drinking, but like you want it to be romantic too. Like I want to actually talk to you. I don't want you to be like completely hammered as if you were
Our second date, we got pretty hammered.
our second date at Harbor 60.
Yeah.
But we had hung out so much before
That was
that,
honestly, yeah.
that like
No,
we
but
knew each other. Like,
Just-
it was just so fun. Like,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was-
Just
this
to
was
add,
the
that's my
first
favorite date I think I've
doing
ever
it
been
together
on.
though, it's different doing
Yeah.
it together than doing it alone.
Yeah.
For sure. That was probably my favorite date I've ever been on. I don't know why. I just like it was. Just, I don't know why, obviously, but like I mean, like just in the middle of the pandemic, we were like outside on their patio thing. It was so nice, and I don't know. We were there for like 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah, we were
They
really
met up with you
drunk.
guys after, but that was so fun. I was like, I didn't realize how much I drank. I think I was crushing like triple Negronis or something. They were out. I would order Negronis. They bring me like the full glass.
The best
That was
dates-
fun.
He's the best.
We were talking about like everything, like cast and life, and
Some of the best
Like,
dates are the ones
yeah.
where you have a good time like solo, but then you also like run into friends too. Because then it's like, if your friends can get along with that partner or that date, it just makes it so much better. You're just like,
I
this
will
feels
never
right. The
date someone
vibes,
who
the
can't be
energy.
friends with my friends. Just need to say that.
Is that why
sorry, I
is
wanted
that why
to
you're
add.
single?
I wanted to add. This is so Becca met
That's
my
my problem.
Becca met my friends pretty early on. Well, we all kind of met, but we didn't meet for a while. And the first time I was at the lake house, right? Danielle walks up, "Hi, best friend." I was like, all right, I guess I'm good instantly. Literally didn't even say a word. And then me and Danielle, yeah, we hit it off. So I was like, okay,
Now
I'm
we're
in the
best
clear.
friends.
And now you're a manager.
Keep sliding that in.
Yeah, and I should be filtering it in. Yeah, so anyone who's watching or
New listeners.
listeners,
We'll do an episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll do a real one later on.
Okay.
yeah, just you.
Wow, I have a lot to talk about. Gonna have to prep.
I wanted to go back to something. I think we maybe asked this last time. I don't remember. We're talking about before the move that I used. Obviously, work like a charm. The follow on Instagram, like. Got that from Ricky Liordi. One of his many tricks. What's your like? Did we ask last time? What's your go-to like move
Or DM.
or DM?
And then
or,
after that, read the
Like, what's
last
your-
DM that you sent to a girl.
you wanted him to do that last time. I think.
Yeah, I want to
So
do it again.
mine is
You
very
won't.
basic. I just
You
like
won't do it.
hand up emoji or like, hey. It's like my number one asset is the fact that I'm like fairly good looking.
Is this on dating apps too, or just DM?
Yeah, no. If dating app, like my game is like, look, if you don't think I'm good looking, there's a 0% chance you're gonna like me. So, okay, if you think I'm good looking, then there's a good chance you're gonna respond. If you don't, then whatever, right? That's dating apps and Instagram. It's all physical attraction, like, or else DB would have 1 million dates, right? Because he's the fucking funniest dude ever.
Damn.
No, like,
Ouch.
no, but it's like it's true. Like personalities don't show off like a DM. It's all physical attraction.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
You can ask
So
Becca.
that's what it is, right? If someone thinks you're attractive, they're gonna respond. If they're single and think you're attractive, good chance they're gonna respond. If they don't, then either maybe they're not single, they
Sorry, I thought the Leafs.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
maybe they're not single, or maybe they just not interested. Not everyone's cup of tea.
So you know you're good looking, and you know you can just do an emoji.
You keep it simple.
No, I don't. I don't bat 100%. Like fuck,
What's the worst rejection you ever gotten?
no response.
No, no. Like
Worst
what's the
rejection?
worst? Like, did someone call you out or put you on blast?
Yeah, I've had girls be like, "Oh, you hooked up with one of my friends." I'm like, okay, fair enough.
You know what? That happens more often.
Yeah,
than
Toronto's
not.
a small town. What? Oh, you DM my friend.
Toronto
okay.
is not that small of a town.
It
It's
is.
4
Pretty
million.
small.
Especially with dating
in
apps
downtown
and-
Toronto.
Rick, do you think you
Between the
know?
age of like 22 and 30?
Do you think you know every single hot girl in the city?
No, absolutely not.
But you
But
probably
do I
know
think there's
someone
like
who
2
knows
degrees
her.
of separation? Yeah.
Everybody knows like each other. Okay, what's the youngest you would date? What's the oldest you would date?
Youngest is 20. I wouldn't go younger than 20.
Have you gone that young?
21 is the youngest I've been with. The oldest, like date, I know, like 30-ish. Depends if they're like a young soul or an old person, right?
Would you
Like,
date someone with kids?
if the vibe was there, yeah. I don't know. To me, it's like kids aren't. I want my own, as long as they're okay having more kids later on.
Mm.
But never dated someone with kids. I'm not like super against it by any means.
What about you, Danielle? What's the oldest you would date and the youngest you would date?
It really depends on the situation, but ideally, 35.
Is the oldest?
Youngest, 28.
Oh, so old, so older than you, regardless.
She's not dating anyone her age.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you ask how old they are?
No, but I also don't date random people.
Okay, that's fair.
I only date friends of friends,
Okay, that's fair.
which I'm
Referrals.
going
You
to
ever dated anyone that was older than you?
No. I was actually thinking about that. That's really interesting. Like, why is it? Because, like, if you think about it, maybe this is not, like, this is definitely not a fact, but, like, if you actually look at the overarching theme of, like, pattern, I guess, like, it seems like most guys date same age or younger. The majority would be same age or younger. There's guys who are into older women, but, like, most would be fall into that demographic. But then women seems like the reverse. And I'm sure there's reasons too, like, you know, as men get older, more financially stable, figure shit out, I guess, not as immature. But it's just interesting to think that, like, it's so different the way it's viewed too. Like, just ask you and you're
I
like,
think
yeah.
it's like viewed a different way, but I think it really depends on the person, like their maturity level.
Yeah.
Because like you could have someone who's like 42 and
As a child.
young at heart, but you could have someone also that's 23
Yeah.
and who's like very mature.
It's also, at least for me personally,
It's like life experience.
My timeline is, I have like if I meet the love of my life tomorrow, it's still like a 3-year timeline till I want to get married, at least.
Will that timeline change though for the right person, or like can you not say right now because? it's
Well,
not
unless
there?
like, mind you, like, if someone comes and just fucking sweeps me off my feet, yeah, great, cool. But realistically, I'd want to date someone
Wait.
for a year.
Sorry, tell your story first.
I'd want to date someone for a year. Then you want to live together for, you know, at least 6 months. Get engaged, plan a wedding, like.
Do you need to live with someone before
Oh
you
fuck
propose
yeah!
to them?
No questions asked. No questions asked.
I feel like
And like numerous vacations together. Like if the person's
think-
up at 7 a.m. on vacation, good chance it's not going to work.
I think you really know, and it comes full circle once you've been sick together.
once you've been sick.
I think that's
Oh, yeah.
but I
important.
think traveling's such a big thing with someone.
Dr. Phil said that
once you
once.
fart around each other, you're on the way there.
I don't do that. Dr. Phil said
So-
that you have to have the flu together, and you have to like George would have to have the flu, and I need to take care of him
No,
and
not
see
flu.
him,
Food poisoning.
or just be
Coming
really
out of every
hungover.
orifice.
If saw
Then you know you're into
me and George
somebody.
in Croatia one year.
Oh.
Holy crap, that was bad. We're not telling that on
But
this.
you do. It's true. Like you need to see someone at
At
their
the-
absolute
yeah.
worst,
Most vulnerable.
and still like look at them and be like, okay, I want to be with you like 24/7. I'm still obsessed with you.
Yes.
You know.
Accurate. I have a question to add.
Go.
Did we I don't think we asked or talked about this. You talked about like sweeping your off your feet. What is your perfect fairy tale scenario of how you would meet
I
your
told this.
Not on the podcast. No, they don't know it.
So
You don't know
we
it.
were
Oh,
joking-
Okay, this
we
is
were
so
joking
funny.
around.
Where were we?
I think it was the day we were going for a run or something.
Yeah, like
So,
you were starting our marathon.
We were starting our marathon, and I said, I'm like,
So
I would love
funny.
to be like just walking down Lakeshore, and my shoes are untied. I bend
Oh.
over, tie my shoes, and a little dog starts licking my shoes, and I'm like, oh hey buddy, how's it going? I look up, and it's just like the most
Gal
beautiful
Gadot in
person
front
in
of
the
him or
world,
something.
and I'm like, I love you. That's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really
You're
cute.
manifesting it.
You know
I
what?
was
happened this
expecting
summer.
you to say like I meet this girl. She's on stage with Dua Lipa for I don't know.
It
what
is
reason.
Dua Lipa.
It is
I'm
Dua
on-
Lipa.
I'm watching a concert. It's Dua Lipa. No, I've had love at first sight 3 times.
That's a lot.
Have
I've had
dated
it
any of
once.
Yeah,
Me too.
I dated 2
Honestly.
out of 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I dated 2 out of 3.
So it's gonna happen.
Nice.
No, I actually did 1.5. I guess one like kind of dated.
Or were you
What's a
talking
kind
about
of
me?
date?
Yes, she lived on the other side of the world.
Of course, I was talking about you. What? Wait. Frick, what was I gonna ask?
That's a lot of times to. And okay, you answered this last time, but you've been in love. You've been in
Yeah,
love.
I've been
how
in
many-
love a few times. Yeah, definitely.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever had love at first sight. Her name was Juliana Semenova. She's you guys know Boho Beautiful?
No.
It's like a yoga. It's like a YouTube yoga series.
No.
Anyway, she was a bottle service girl at Cobra Toronto. I remember I walked in. I was working there, and I walked in. I was like, I love her. I think I told her the first time I met her. I'm like, I'm in love. I love you. She's like, I have a boyfriend. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So
You
love
said you told her you loved
I
her?
think I did. Well, maybe not the first night I met
Old
her.
strategy, Rick.
I should have a boyfriend. What do you got to lose? Like,
What's your type?
I have another question. Sorry.
you can tell my type. Just look at my ex-girlfriends. They all look fairly similar. Beautiful eyes, very voluptuous.
Beautiful chest.
Yeah. Nice bums too. No, but they need to be into like health and fitness too. Like I would love to again you guys go for runs. I think that's fucking so wholesome. I would love to go for I went on a walking date actually. Shout out to Monica because she's all about those walking dates, and I chastised her for it the other day. So sorry, Mons.
Shout out to
Kills
Mons.
it with the walks. She's
Yeah,
in a
that's-
walk competition at work.
Is she
Yeah,
How
there's
much
one
does she
person
walk?
ahead of her, and she's really pissed.
Mons, call me. I'll go for a walk with you.
Aww.
Wholesome.
Hey, I got a question. This is for everybody. What is your thoughts on meeting somebody and wanting to pursue them, but they're in a relationship?
Fine line.
Like you walk into that place, you tell the girl, "I love you." She had a boyfriend. Do you still attempt to get in there and?
No, my thing is like kind of Jim Halper. Be friends with them.
Your time will come.
Yeah.
So just bide your time, but
Yeah.
don't break it up because then
Because then again, karma.
not gonna
Man.
work
If
if
you
you break it
fucking
up.
Yeah.
exactly, if you break it up, they're gonna come. Someone's coming to break you up.
goes
It
on,
won't
comes
last.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aligned.
I think
Aligned.
we're all aligned on that. Be friends, right? I was friends with her for the whole time I worked at Cobra. Nothing more than friendship. Never texted.
Okay, we've never talked about this, but we all went to Western. What's your craziest thing that happened at Western? Like, did you, I don't know, date, party?
I don't know, craziest thing. My life should have been crazier at when I was at London. Like obviously getting to DJ and play some big shows in front of or before some very 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 big acts. But I was there to have fun with the boys and I don't know. I met some sick DJs, went to some fun parties. What was crazy?
What was
Honestly,
the best party you ever went to?
the best party I ever went to was not even a party that we threw. It was my sister's St. Patty's Day party when we were in third year. So in third year, my sister lived on, what is it called? Shout out to Georgia. It was off Western Road on the way, when you come off Oxford by the McDonald's, going up towards
Warncliffe.
Yeah, up Warren, whatever.
Yeah.
Not on the Richmond side. I can't remember the street. But anyways, I was in third year. She was in second year. She just started dating her now husband, Mark. And it was St. Patty's Day weekend. They were all, him and his buddies who I'm friends with, were coming up. And there's a bunch of Greek guys, and we're like, hey, it's St. Patty's. It's also Easter around the corner. They're like, why don't we just roast a lamb? So we're like, oh, sick. So we threw a party at their house. We invited, there was a lot of people there. And we had a St. Patty's party, but we roasted a lamb through the whole day. And honestly, from our friend group, one of the most memorable parties just because it was so random.
Yeah.
That was
a good one.
that was to me my most memorable. But there was some other big ones, but that was just so unique. Who the fuck roasts a lamb during St. Patty's Day? That one was pretty cool.
Greek people.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. That was very memorable.
Do you have a favorite memory at Western, Danielle?
Just living with you.
I was gonna say other than living with me.
I think me and Becca.
You guys
had
are for sure full of shit.
What
There's a
res
lot
were
of
you guys in?
stories.
What res were you guys in?
I was in Saugeen, but I had a very different experience. I had a great year though, but I think our 4th year was our best year.
Yeah,
And me and Becca had some really fun prees
we had all the parties at
and
our
APs.
place.
You guys are a little
We
pre-drinkers.
lived in Lux.
Yeah, we had some good
London.
time.
Lux.
It was a new establishment. You guys wouldn't have been there for it.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're old.
shit.
Too old
We're
for us.
30.
Yeah.
1.
I think my favorite memory though was after Friend Show, we all went to Jack's. Everyone got kicked out, and we left our condo door
That
open.
was the potato night.
And everybody, we got home and they were throwing smoked poutine potatoes all over the condo.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Sorry, say that again.
So someone, you know how it smokes poutine? They have like bags of potatoes. So our friend stole it. We had left our door unlocked. Me and Becca get back. We're probably like one of the last people kicked out.
We got back to our own AP and everybody was already there.
They're throwing potatoes, and then someone goes and throws a potato at Becca's head. And like, obviously it hurts, but like the drama queen that she
I
was
fell
in
to
the
the
moment,
ground.
You got hit in the head with a potato?
she fell to the ground, and
Hurt.
she says, "Ow!" And then we picked her back up, and she was fine. The next day, I had a bruise. but
Our condo
it
was
really funny.
covered in broken potato
And we
all
didn't
over
wash
the
it for
walls.
2 days.
It was crazy.
That's so gross.
2 days.
It
we,
was
like,
it was
would
really
hop
funny
around.
though.
It was disgusting.
It was really funny. And then like a couple days when we cleaned, I just found this like somebody put a potato in a glass, like a glass,
Fill with
and
water?
they put, you know when like you go into like a mad scientist lab and there's like snakes in jars. They made it look like this potato was like in the jar like that. And I remember just finding it under the couch and I was like, who did this? And it was honestly one of the funniest moments. I remember just thinking it was hilarious.
No, I think the best too was when we had 2 fish, pre and AP.
Beta fish.
Yeah, okay. I feel like a lot of people had him at Western.
But our
Lewis had one, remember,
fish
George?
jumped into
Yeah.
the sink.
And killed itself.
Yeah.
That's how bad your
It
place
hated
was.
us.
Lewis used to feed his fish creatine, I think.
Well, because our friends used to come over after going out and like put their hands in and like try and scoop it up and eat them. Like it was
What?
really
These are
bad.
some weird friends.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory, Rick?
Looking back.
Partying with Avicii?
No, Sunner James, Ryan Marciano that night.
English,
Yeah.
please.
So there were 2 DJs,
Sunner
Sunner James
James
and Ryan
You said that so
Marciano.
fast.
It was Thanksgiving weekend in 4th year. And I think it was just me and George that night. And then Ollie Shank. Shout out Ollie. We actually had an amazing night. And it was one of those nights where I was like dreading it. I was like, fuck, all our friends are back home. Tonight's going to be shit.
We're the only ones like left in the city.
Yeah, it was like the London locals are all back in town. So it was like we ended up having a wild night. We ended up, going to Ollie's Club Hollywood. And yeah, it was just a fun night. So that's
That's
one
so
that just like
funny.
quickly
I
comes.
thought
to
I
mind.
was dead the next day.
No, but I love how like you guys are talking about like sick DJs and me and Becca are talking about potatoes.
Yeah, very 2 different worlds.
We had 2 different experiences,
Yeah.
but we had the best. We had the best time.
Did you guys go watch them at London Music Hall?
Who?
Any DJ? Like
Oh, yeah.
all of them
You
there?
did a whole
Yeah,
bunch.
I used to
No,
play
like
for
that's
them.
where you all went.
Yeah, Cobra, London Music Hall, Mansion. I don't know if Mansion was still
No.
around when you guys were there.
No, for sure it's
No.
gone.
Was it?
No, one of my first concerts there in first year, I got puked on at a
Ew.
Dubs Halloween. And
You
I
got
left.
puked on?
Someone from the top balcony.
That is so
And
disgusting.
I stood there and I was like, I'm leaving. So me and my friend left.
Like,
and
was
I,
it a lot of puke?
No, like on her, yes. Me just lucky enough on my shoulder, but I ran out. And I
That's
was
my
like, this is
nightmare.
disgusting.
That's my fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I got pooped on.
What?
That's
A bird. A bird.
Oh my,
my
God. You
God.
can't say I got pooped on and I'll
Yeah.
be clear.
like Danielle saying she
Yeah.
got puked on.
No, by a bird. Sorry, didn't even think about that.
This game is so distracting. At least they're fucking losing. They're going to get knocked out of the
No,
playoffs.
we're gonna win.
They're gonna win.
For those watching, or for those listening, it's going to be up live, like just moments after the game. Whatever happens, we're down 2-0 right now. I just steed it right
There's still
behind the
lots of time
camera.
left. Lots of time left, guys. Have faith.
So Rick, what's dating life like right now?
We don't have enough time to talk about that. No, I'm kidding. Dating during COVID is very interesting. It's meeting new people is obviously very difficult. So you go on these dating apps and it's all the same shit. It's kind of boring, but you do meet the odd like really cool or really amazing person. And I've been very fortunate that I've met a lot of like really amazing people, and you've met some people that aren't super amazing, but it's definitely different and cheaper. Like an expensive date's like
So what's like a
$50.
COVID date for you?
2 bottles of J-Lore and YouTube
Bulk bar and
concerts
candy.
and bulk bar and candy
Bulk bar later.
and like 100 questions.
I'm really hungry.
So games.
Yeah, I just ask questions. Anytime I'm on a date with someone, especially a
Yeah,
first
right.
date, I just ask questions the whole time.
Do you go on walks? Do you go like bring them back to your place, their place?
Depends, wherever. Like now it's
Do you
nice
usually
and warm.
host at your place?
I like hosting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live alone. You know, my place is fairly well lit. I have a patio.
Your place is big.
It's a good size too. It's like I have a big TV too if we want to watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
Nice comfy couch.
Do you have a question that's like a stumper that you always ask? They're like, oh wow, what a good question, Rick.
No, you don't want to ask ones that are too hard. But my favorite question is tell
Not
me
a
like
stumper, but like you know what I mean? Like when you
Yeah.
always ask that you take your secret question.
no, it's not a secret. I tell people like I've asked this a million times.
What do you ask?
What's the happiest moment in your life? And then you just look in their eyes, and if they light up, then you know it's like a real wholesome moment. And sometimes they're like, "Well, I don't really know." It's like, "Oh, bullshit answer." Don't say I don't really know. Just be like, when my dad bought me this, like my first toy car, blah 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 blah. It's like, you know, wholesome shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll be like, oh, when my brother got married, or like, you know what I mean, something like that. Because you can just see someone when
Yeah.
someone talks about something they really love, or a moment that like really hits home, you can feel and see their whole body light up. You know, like, again, on the flip side of that, I always ask, like, what's one of like the worst moments of your life? Because then it's like, okay, you want to talk about the highs, and that's always very fun, but you also want to talk about the lows. Like, I've had people be like, oh, my life's been pretty good, nothing bad's ever happened. I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
I hate those passive answers.
It's like, that's fucking
It's
bullshit.
like, how you doing? I'm good. Like, no, I'm asking, how are you? Like,
no,
tell me
but it's
how
like
you are.
to get on that. Like, I've been on dates with people, and I ask questions. I don't even like answering. I just want to ask, and I say this too. If I'm gonna spend Friday night or Saturday night with someone, those are prime nights. No, honestly, like I told this to Monica
But
too.
Danielle just laughs.
No, but it is,
I
right?
know that she's laughing, reacting to what I'm thinking.
It's a prime night, so it's like if I'm gonna spend this night with someone, they're spending it with me, and they could be with a million other men or women, whatever, and they're gonna spend it with me. So it's like, okay, you know what? I want to get the absolute most out of you. I want to get to know you the most I can in this 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, however long we're together. The best way to do that is honestly asking questions. So you start off with the easy ones. Okay, how many countries have you been to? What's your best vacation? Who do you hang out with? What do you do for fun? Tell me your ideal date, like stuff like that. And then you get into like the real ones. Okay, tell me a moment that's changed your life. When you look back, when your life flashes before you, what are the first 3 memories you see? Like shit like that. And like you can watch people just fucking light up, or you can watch people just fucking be vanilla. And the people that are vanilla, no offense to any of them, they were special in their own ways. It's just not for me. Like, absolutely
I think
not
that's
for me.
totally fair.
When you watch someone light up, in my opinion, there's nothing better than watching somebody talk about something they truly love. A girl says, I started my own business, and that was like the happiest day of my life. I'm like, I fucking love that, because you see their eyes just light up over fucking something like juice. I started a juice company. You're like, fuck yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually, just kind of side on, not related to dating, but I actually, because, it's kind of like, not related to dating. I actually had some like interviews today for Cast, and I actually had an answer from a guy that I didn't expect, and it really caught me off, like not caught me off guard, but I was actually really blown away by it. So I always ask people, like one question I ask almost anybody, like not anybody, but sometimes I'll ask like people just randomly. It's one of my favorite questions is like, if you were hosting a dinner party and you could have 3 people, anytime, any point in time, anywhere in the world, or from any point in all mankind, who would you invite? And like most people will pick like celebrities, whatever. And the guy I was talking to picked, like he said, I think because he's into like design and stuff, he's like Steve Jobs, minimal design, whatever. He named someone else, and he's like my grandfather. I wish I had spend more time with him. Spend more time with him, and like I guess because when I'm interviewing, it's different than a date. It's more personal level. It's more business related. But when he said that, I saw him say it. I was like, wow. And he was like explaining why. I was like, dude, first of all, you don't have to explain. I completely get it. Like I would feel the same way. But I thought it was so genuine. And like a lot of times in interviews, you get answers that they tell you what you want to hear. When that guy said that, I was like, I like this guy. Like I like him. He'll go the next round just for saying that answer. But yeah, it's really nice when people say like when you know that they have something to say, or you ask, like, oh, I don't know, like to your point, like, oh, this or this, they waffle. Like, man, just have an opinion. Doesn't matter if it's your opinion. Just tell me.
There's no right or wrong to opinions.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, there is right and wrong, but majority of the time, there's no right or wrong to opinions.
There's ones that are more correct and ones that
Yeah.
are less correct for
Yeah.
sure, but yeah.
To your
I'll say on that note, we won't dive down the topic. I was gonna say more correct is like, yeah, whatever. Not
Anyways,
relevant. Not relevant today. We'll leave
if
that
you
for
could go
another
to
time.
dinner with any 3 people,
What?
any 3 people you can go to dinner with, who would they be?
This is
Becca,
so
we'll start with
hard.
you.
Okay, I know exactly who they are. Carl Cox, Lisa Rinna, and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Who's Lisa Rinna?
Okay, I'm not even gonna answer
She's coming
that.
on the podcast. Don't worry.
Lisa Rinna.
Who's that?
I can't even answer that. Go. Who was your?
She a fashion designer?
I don't know.
No.
Who is, like,
And did you guys hear my last
She's on
one?
Real Housewives
yes,
of
Neil deGrasse
Beverly
Tyson.
Hills.
Who is Lisa
Yeah.
Rinna? I don't know who
Lisa
that is.
Married to
Rinna
Hamlin-
is
Harry
she was
Hamlin?
like a model. She's a friggin' comedian. She's married to Harry Hamlin.
She's on Real
She's on Real
Housewives.
She's the funniest, most entertaining.
Okay, I don't watch Real Housewives, so I would not know who that is.
I think she is amazing.
George, what about you?
This is like it's really hard for me to answer. Like very, very, very hard. Save me for last, because I have like 5 people, maybe 6 that I would pick. Save me to the end.
Go, Danielle.
Okay, so I could go 2 directions with this too. But initially, my first 3 were Becca. Yeah,
You can.
should be proud.
So
You can any day of the week.
No, because I just need Andrea Bocelli. And then my grandfather. All 3 of them together. I just think that'd be the best.
Oh, that would be
Andrea
beautiful.
Bocelli's
Right?
all
Nice.
But then I can go a different direction. Then like I'd really want to have other people, but that's too much.
George?
What about you?
Jesus or God? I'd want it. That would be a good one.
Jesus Christ. Is Jesus or God the same person? Wait.
No, they're different.
Jesus
I'd like
and
to think
God?
not only
They're
Jesus,
different, but I don't know if
God.
God's technically
Well, God's
a
more
person.
term. Like God is not. So Jesus Christ is the God of Christianity, right? Am I correct? And like
No,
Prophet
because
Muhammad
Jesus
is
talked
like.
to God. So they're two separate.
Yeah, we're probably
That's
sounding
a
so
whole
dumb.
other podcast.
The Holy
This is
Yeah.
another
Okay. So, anyways,
podcast.
Jesus or God.
Jesus or
okay.
God, like,
we
you
are
know,
so dumb. We need our
the
manager
whole-
fact checking
Honestly,
here.
it was
What
the
is-
the
best
holy,
answer.
the holy, power. That'd be really cool. Then MJ and Gretzky. Those are my 3.
Okay.
I just feel like they'd just be a fucking sick ass dinner.
Like it's so hard because like, so for the thing is like so like just for example like Gretzky. Like, see, I would pick someone like who's super talented, but like he seems vanilla in the talk. Like when he talks in interviews, he seems like MJ probably has stories like crazy, but you see, like, that's the hard thing. It's like, who would have stories and be open to telling those stories, right? So like, honestly, I'm
Well,
gonna
God sees all, man. Hey, God, is he lying? Tell me.
no. So
God is a good one.
I'm gonna steal that guy's answer. I probably wouldn't have said this before that, but now that I think about it, I would say my grandfather first, my dad's dad, who I'm named after, who I remember very, very, very vaguely, but he was like a big deal from where I'm from, Nyata, center of the universe. But he was like apparently the best, and he like loved me like crazy. I wish I could talk to him, didn't get a chance to when I was too young. Very hard for the rest, honestly. Shaquille O'Neal, for some reason, is one of them, because even though he wasn't the best,
He's still one of he's the top 10 all time.
He's a super successful businessman, and he's a DJ now. Like, it's like so interesting.
Yeah, he'd be a good one.
The last one, I honestly don't know. Like, it's part of me wants to say like maybe Denzel Washington, probably has some crazy stories. Leonardo DiCaprio,
Idris
like an
Elba.
actor. Idris Elba would be
be
fucking
cool.
cool
I
as
just
hell.
like McGregor was kind of like my fringe
Oh
guy.
no, you know what?
McGregor's my fringe
Maybe-
guy.
It's so hard.
Because you know that dinner would just be Imagine McGregor and MJ at the same table.
You know what? No. So my grandfather, Shaquille O'Neal, and Conor McGregor. That's who I'd pick, I think, right now.
So my grandmother met Shaquille O'Neal, and what he said to her the first thing, they were in an elevator. He's like, "Oh, what's it look down there? How's life down there? Because she's so short and he's so tall." And we just talk about it all the time.
He just seems like a very.
Cool guy.
Did you see the videos of like Shaq in the crowd raving, like shaking the fence, like partying? Like, he's a dad. He's got 3 kids. He's made a lot of money post career in like in what he does.
Tons of money.
And he just seems like he's got a lot of knowledge. Even though he talks on TV, he's not like arrogant. He just seems really cool. Conor McGregor, man, there's so many people. That's so hard.
There's
What a tough
way
question.
too many people because I can go a whole different direction. I'd say Kygo, George Springer, and then
Hold the mic
This is
closer,
not
hold
the list who
mic
you want to
closer, hold the
fuck. This is the list who you want to go to dinner with. Danielle, like, come on. Actually, on that
PG.
note, who's your celebrity crush?
David Beckham.
Okay, George.
I just saw a picture the other day. I was like, this guy does not age.
David Beckham, George Springer, Ryan Reynolds.
I said one.
Ooh,
Hey, I'm giving you my top 5.
celebrity crush?
I think I could say this for you.
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
I was thinking that, but I don't know. Now
She
she's
didn't
kind of
look
older.
that, like she looked again. She's still beautiful.
Maybe.
But like Jennifer Aniston, the other night on
J-Lo?
Friends is not the same.
you
as
know who
Jennifer
used
Aniston
to
in
be?
Friends.
Who I used to have a crush on? Actually, maybe not. Like, you guys, I don't have an answer.
Becca.
I don't know if I said this. Maybe
I-
Gal
yeah.
Gadot. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good answer.
She's stunning.
She is beautiful.
I'm not like crazy about like blondes, but Margot Robbie is like
oh,
beautiful.
Fuck yeah, Margot Robbie.
But
yeah.
I'm not like obviously.
Oh, Margot
dark hair for
Robbie.
me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Penelope Cruz.
Love her.
I
She's very
named-
cool. I didn't know she was married to Benicio. No, it's Selma Hayek. Benicio.
Del Toro?
No.
No.
I think it's
There was other guy, not Benicio del Toro. Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem. That's it.
Yes.
So I
He
named
is
my
my
pet.
crush, and so is George Clooney. Javier Bardem and George
I
Clooney.
back those.
Really?
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Like 100%.
You just added everyone. You said George
I
Springer.
think-
I have a no. There's a difference. Athletes versus actors.
What about
Javier
Tom Hardy? No,
Bardem's
Tom
cool.
Hardy's here. You guys are.
He seems
no,
odd.
They're just
I
like
actually him and This Means Wars.
Chris Pine.
Yeah,
I just watched that the other
Yeah,
day.
I know that movie.
Honestly, it's really good.
Everyone in that movie has blue eyes.
Yeah.
And it just makes the movie.
Honestly, I think rom-coms are underrated, but like that'd be like a good, funny rom-com. I watched This War the other day. I thought it was so funny. I've seen it.
What's it called?
This Means War.
This Means War.
It's,
Chris
Reese
Pine
Witherspoon,
and Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy and Chris Pine, yeah.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Great
fun.
movie.
I'll watch it.
Watch on a date.
I will.
Okay, who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, easy for me.
Dua Lipa.
My girl Dua. Like not my type at all, but fuck, if I see her, I'm just like, I love you. Love at first sight. Number 4.
That's so interesting.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Have you ever shot your shot with celebrities?
No.
Why have you not DM'd Dua Lipa?
Good call. I don't know.
Should we get her on the podcast?
I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
She has a
Listen.
boyfriend.
I
Anwar.
can still be friends.
Friend zone her, Rick.
Yeah.
Do what I did. Cardboard. It
I'll be
works.
friends with her.
Yeah, you were so
I would be friends with Dua Lipa because I just feel like
Am
she's
I
cool
cardboard?
too.
She'd be a cool
Not
person to hang out
anymore.
with.
Yeah,
Not
Dua
anymore.
Lipa just
I
looks
never
like somebody
was.
Should be a vibe.
You know
Yeah.
this.
Dua Lipa just like be fun to hang out with.
But like, isn't that someone who you want to date? Someone who's like fun to hang out with and that you can like casually hang around?
Yeah.
Leaf scored. Leaf scored. No, that's old. Oh, that's so shit. We just got fooled big time.
Okay, so we're starting to. What are we at there? An hour
An hour.
mark? Okay, so we're starting to wrap this up.
I just got faked out by the TV guys. Sorry, this is really embarrassing. I was watching the highlights and it looked at the Leaf score, but they did not score.
What? Let's see. Ooh, okay. Everyone here, what date would you want to go on once COVID's lifted? Like, what's a nice date you would want to do?
We talked about this the last time, but
Mhm.
I'm really simple. Like my ideal date.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter if COVID's lifted. Like I'm not itching to like do. I just want to be in a dimly lit, like boutique-y restaurant.
Yeah, I remember we talked about
drinking.
Melrose.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I just need drinks. That's all I want.
Overpriced charcuterie boards and stuff, yeah.
I don't even need food.
No?
I want
No?
like a candle, a little square table, and some drinks. Like that's all I care about. I think
That's
that is the best environment. Like, yeah, I think
Good music in the background, low, so you can still talk.
good,
you don't
good
have to
people
yell.
around you, good
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah.
Like it can be small.
Yeah,
It could be McDonald's. I would love a date at McDonald's.
I actually had a COVID date at
You
McDonald's.
don't want to go to
what?
McDonald's.
Hold on, sorry to cut you off, George. Danielle,
McDonald's
you had
tonight?
guys over here for you had a date at McDonald's. What the fuck?
On our second date, I actually brought Becca and my friend Jess, and then we were joking around how about like we can be very low maintenance, and we are. And then a couple times after that, he's like, "Oh, like what do you want for food? Like we can order anything." I was like, "Oh, I'm not picky. Like I don't care," and I'm really not picky. And he's like, "Okay, like do you want to go to McDonald's and get like junior chickens?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So like it's COVID, so we drove
Was
to
it
McDonald's.
drive through?
Yeah, because it's closed.
Oh.
And like we live close by to each other, so just quick pickup, and we went.
Yeah,
sat in the
what happened
car.
after that?
Nothing happened. I lived at home.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Anyways, honestly, ideal date, now that it's like warm weather, cottage season, go up to the lake, spend all day on the water and like the beach up there, come back, chill out a little bit, maybe read a little bit on the deck, go into like Friday Harbor, have some dinner and drinks out in that little whatever that boardwalk thing is, then hang out on the dock all night.
Hot tub.
Hot tub.
Yeah.
That's my ideal date. That will happen soon.
Yes.
Ricky?
I can't get over this scissoring.
It's not. It's the rock and roll
The rock
thing.
sign.
Looks like scissoring.
Becca, one time I messaged her like something about like her something for work, whatever, and she sent me like I was like, "Hey, can you do this?" She's like, "No," and sends me the rock and roll sign through like Gmail. I was like, "Well, that's professional," but it was like the rock and roll, so that's like our thing now.
So
the
it's
rock and roll
funny.
emoji.
It was like
yeah.
No, but
Good.
that's like Becca's signature because she made a birthday Instagram for me where she
Video.
got all my friends to
It's a
like
great-
do a video message for me on Instagram, so now I have it forever. And then she did like a little
That
snippet at
is
the
like a
beginning. and she
defining
literally
moment
said,
of me as a
"Now let's
person."
party." What'd you say?
I said like happy
And happy fucking birthday! And it's
this.
just so
Fucking
iconic.
birthday right in
know
front of the
what?
Bisha, right behind your condo.
Yeah.
That
Very
was,
iconic.
Honestly, I don't think I could ever outdo myself with that one. That was like the best birthday gift ever.
Best birthday gift I've ever received. I cried. Unfortunately, I had lost
There
my
was like
phone the night
75
before.
video messages, and it was a locked account. And on her birthday morning, I said, "Hey, follow this account." And then she followed it, and I made a bio. I gave a picture, and then I posted all 75 of the videos. And it was just everyone that like loves
It's
her.
a really good birthday. It's a really good
Yeah.
birthday thing.
It was a great birthday weekend.
That was so fun.
I am terrible at giving birthday gifts.
Don't worry.
I actually used your vacuum the other day.
Oh yeah.
Someone's like, "Oh, you got a fucking Dyson?" I was like,
Ricky and my buddies have gotten me the last.
"I'm probably
few
the
years.
best gift giver of our group."
I'm a good gift giver, but I'm not like I just like with the guys. I'm like, oh, we're just gonna go out. I'll take you for dinner or something. Like I owe Ricky Harbor 6 to dinner for his birthday.
Terrible dinner. Terrible gift.
Last year I said I'll take it out.
Giver. I'm a good gift giver.
I love
Gift
giving
getter.
Dinner?
So wait. Would you rather give a gift or receive a gift?
Oh, give a gift. I
Gift.
hate.
I hate receiving gifts.
Yeah.
I love them, but I'm good at giving them.
No, I hate receiving.
I love giving gifts too.
Okay, we never talked about this, but what are your what are those things? The 5
5 what?
Love languages.
Love languages. Oh my god,
Oh.
escape me.
Oh yeah.
what
acts
yours?
of
Like-
acts of kindness, whatever. What?
So I love quality time. The way I show love is by acts of service and gift giving. I don't know what the actual term
Okay, so
is.
mine's quality time for sure, and acts of service is what I give.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did it a while ago, but I'm pretty sure I know. I like receiving like acts of service is like doing stuff, right? Like I can't remember. It's
Like
like
doing stuff for
do
someone.
nice shit
Without-
for them.
yeah, I think it's like just doing like that. I think is mine. Quality time too. Can I have 2? I don't even know.
Physical
I think
touch,
you can
words
have
of
Mine's
affirmation.
physical touch.
Words of affirmation. I know. No, people. I think my friend of mine once said like she's like you should use words of affirmation. I'm like no, I pump my own tires, so like it doesn't not
Yeah.
a big deal for me.
But do you like pumping
You're
your
more
own?
action oriented.
Yeah, I like people who just do like I don't know. I don't want to have
Because
to
you always
ask.
say don't talk
Don't
about
just-
it, be about
Don't
it.
talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah.
That's it. I like people just do things. But the thing is, I say that. Sorry, like I don't say that like that's how people because I think that's how everyone should be. I used to not be that. I used to like just say I would do stuff and not do it, and then I just realized that like it's more important to do stuff and show someone what you're about, and then tell them what you're about. And a lot of people in the world have a tendency to tell you what they're about, what they like, what they do, all these things, and don't actually act on it. So yeah, that's my thing. I think it's both ways. I like to do things for people, but I also like to get things done for me.
So your acts of service.
Acts of service, both acts of service, quality time in general.
Yeah.
Like I like them together. The other ones, like yeah, they're great. Like
Words of affirmation, great, but it's like, fuck, is that?
See, I feel like that's the least.
Don't
for
tell me
me
you fucking love me every day. Show me you love me. Do fucking, you know what? Surprise me with something.
shows me.
Yeah.
I do?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
What are yours back? So you
Should I
said
tell 'em?
physical
Definitely
touch?
physical touch.
Yes, I don't care for physical
Because like
touch.
if I, yeah, like if we, like I need to like give each other a kiss every night before we go to bed.
True.
Like that's important to me. And if we don't, I'm like, oh, we are broken up. You
Becca
know?
freaks out for the smallest.
No, but like not actually, but like that's like what I need. I need to,
100%.
That's fair.
yeah.
What? That's what you like to get. What do you like to do?
Oh, acts of like certain like kindness and whatever it is.
You also do of words of things. Like you pump my tires a lot.
Well, I
even
think
though I don't
I've been-
like. I don't. Not that
No,
I
but
don't
I
need
think
it.
that's so important because I feel like there's a real art to giving compliments, and it's a real skill, and it's a social skill, and it also gets you what you want. So it's not always there's not always an agenda behind it, but I'm just saying it can be used in so many different ways, and it's also just so nice. Like people don't give compliments anymore. Like the amount of times
Yeah.
I'll just tell my friends, like I'll be on FaceTime with Rachel, I'm like, you actually look stunning, or I'm like, Danielle,
actually
you
look
smell
stunning today.
good. But like I mean it. I really mean it.
Yeah.
People don't know how to take compliments
I
anymore.
know. I feel like if you say you actually, then it's kind of like what? So I don't the rest of the times. Like
Once
That's funny. I did that to
Wait,
do that
wait,
to me.
You guys
I
want
did
it?
that once. To
You,
Becca.
I did that to
You
Ricky
that to
recently.
me. Danielle, we were going out. This is a couple years ago. We were going to, I don't know, probably Spice Route. And I walked in. Danielle was like, you actually look good.
I didn't mean it like that. She always looks good, but I'm just saying, like, I really like your outfit.
so say
tonight.
you really look good.
So I did this to Ricky like a month ago in one of our group chats I cast. He posted something, and I was like, "Wow, that's actually really good." But I meant like this is really good. But my sister, like Georgia, comments, "Wow, can you be more sarcastic?" And I was like, "Oh," and I saw it after. I was like, "I didn't mean it like that."
Yeah.
But then I saw it, and it's like, "Oh, Rick, good job. You finally did something right." But so adding
question.
actually, yes.
What's the biggest fight you've ever gotten into with a girl?
Oh, they're gonna ask us.
Fuck, are you kidding? Biggest fight I've gone into with a girl? Oh.
What was it about?
I don't have time.
That's because
There's a long
Okay,
list,
guys.
Rick.
If you listen to the end of this episode, thank you for no.
No, but what was it about? Like the biggest one you've ever had?
Oh fuck, I don't even know.
See, that's what's so interesting is you
I
probably
couldn't
like
tell
don't
you
even
right now.
remember. 'cause
There's
it's
just
that
there's so many. I
insignificant.
can't pick just one. I've been in a lot of like crazy bad fights.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so happy I'm single right now. I don't fight with anybody.
No, but the
You
thing
know,
is,
Honestly, I don't remember the last time I was mad. Really mad.
but the thing is, a relationship shouldn't make you mad. Okay, you can have little like fights here and there, but nothing big that's actually going to keep you mad for a long time. So if something's actually making you that mad, then that's why it's not working. It wasn't
Wait,
working
I
out.
heard a really interesting quote today, and it was about if relationships are like farts. If you have to force it, it's probably shit.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
That's a good one.
It's true. We don't force nothing.
No.
A lot of farts.
You let it out for sure.
There's
every
farts
time.
in this relationship.
Not me. I don't do that.
Okay, Becca, what's your worst? What's your worst fight?
Worst fight. I feel like our worst fight was. This sounds crazy, you guys. Our worst fight was we were fighting about whether or not we should go to Bali or Mexico.
It was so stupid.
It was like, honestly, I was looking back, I'm angry at myself that like how could we have fought about that? That's
I was
gross.
like,
That was a very
it was
lucky
a very
fight.
hypothetical
A
situation.
very privileged fight.
It was
to
a
be
very, it
having.
sounds very bad. So anyone listening, be like, oh wow, tough life. No, it's like we're having a hypothetical conversation. Be like, oh, if things get better in the winter, I had a lot of points to use up. Like we haven't traveled in how long?
Privilege?
No. In fairness, like I as someone who travels a lot, like I also realized that the last year and a half, I could have an opportunity to bank a lot of points because I didn't go anywhere. So I have a lot, and for those who collect points, know you should burn them as fast as you can because collecting they can devalue. Anyways, so I was like, okay, cool. Like what? Like we should go on like a big trip somewhere, like in winter. Like by then it's New Year's, things will be open up. And I just said I really want to go back to Bali. Like I went, but even the time I went, it was very short, whatever. And Becca's like, yeah, great. And it's like didn't work out, but it was a stupid, such a dumb fight in the end. We're like, why are we even debating this? Anyways,
Like, grossed out with ourselves.
yeah, it was really
Fighting about
embarrassing
that.
because after the fight we stopped, like, but it was dumb.
That was like, yeah, that was.
In fairness, I was like, Becca, pick anywhere you want to go to, like anywhere. We'll go to any trip. We'll go to Bali, but anything before that you can pick. And didn't really work
How about
out.
you? What's your worst fight?
That probably sounds really bad, but like it was
That's
like.
okay.
I know.
we,
I'm
like-
sure couples are listening at home are like,
Oh, in hindsight, it was like, yeah.
Fuck, I remember the time I got in a
We've had, like, stupid things-
hypothetical fight over what
No,
was
like,
for
I can
dinner.
Think
Exactly.
about like fights that like went from something stupid that like we had like a massive fight over versus like an actual fight that like probably ended a relationship,
Yeah.
and that's why the relationships ended. But a lot of them were like personal things that like
Yeah.
it just like wasn't gonna work out.
See, I've never had that though. Like my last like longest relationship was many years ago, and I ended it just out of the blue. I was like, there wasn't like a big fight or anything. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna marry this person, so why waste their time? Why waste my time? And we dated for a while, and I was like, let's go our separate ways. And like obviously didn't get taken on the other end, but like it wasn't like we're like a big blow up. I just like I don't want to waste my time.
I don't even think I've told my girlfriends this. Fuck, I don't even know if you know this.
Pals
Exclusive.
exclusive.
Ooh.
Yeah, no,
There needs to be a siren or something that goes out like a button we hit when there's an exclusive.
Like pals.
We need a button.
We
no,
should
the golden. You know the golden buzzer
Yeah.
on what's that show?
America's Got Talent.
no
One of those, The Voice
The
or
Voice.
something. You press it.
We
and
should
then
get an
you-
invest button. Can we order that?
You need an investment.
Invest when you're a good idea here. That's Becca's favorite.
Okay, Danielle, go back. We hijacked this.
No.
Exclusive.
no.
Girls don't know. Tell us.
But I remember being out with my ex-boyfriend. This is like years ago, and his friends, but it was just me and him before. And he gets a call from his ex-girlfriend. We had been dating at this point, I guess, for a year and a half.
Oh fuck.
And he had left his wallet in her car. So I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't think I know. I think I can pinpoint when this is, but
That's
I don't.
crazy.
Yeah, it was like I dated him for like 4 or 5 months after, and like things from there just like went downhill. But and then we were going to meet his friends. So we walk into and we were at that landing in Liberty Village. And I walked in,
Williams.
sat at the table with all his friends, and like, what's wrong? And they could tell my eyes.
Oh, of course.
I was like, oh, he cheated on me yesterday. And they're like, oh my God. And like, I was like, I'm not talking to him. So we just sat opposite tables all night. I ended up having a great night with his friends. They took me home. He went home after, and
Maybe he didn't go
Damn.
home.
Boy.
he did, unfortunately.
Rick.
No, I'm kidding. They said years ago.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. It was years ago. I
Yeah,
really
years
didn't care
ago.
at this point. He can do whatever he wants.
I had another question, but I can't remember.
I think that's good. We're at that point. We're an hour 15 in.
Did we miss anything from the last one?
I know. It's not like they're going
I think
anywhere.
we
They're gonna be
covered-
here. We could do a part 2,
I think
3,
this was
4.
better. Like I think we got everything.
We covered everything
I think
and
we
then
basically
some.
Covered different things this time.
And we're more
We had a little bit more
comfortable
time this
now.
time because the relationship story didn't take half an hour.
Yeah, I didn't tell it.
Fair.
we're also not in a rush for the cast.
Yeah.
Time to watch the
Update?
Leafs lose this game.
Yeah, we're
they're
just
gonna win. I
hanging.
got faith.
Anything else?
No, I
No.
was gonna say before we wrap up, we have 2 questions we always ask. Pretend like you guys didn't hear this before. If there was a movie about your lives, who would you want to star as you?
Reese Witherspoon, but also Kelly Clarkson.
Heck yeah.
Oh, you kind of look at her from the side.
Okay, so no, listen.
Holy shit! I just said
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
your head sideways. She looks like Kelly Clarkson.
I
No.
can see it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
A couple years
That's
ago,
weird.
I had gained a bit of weight too, and I would like my face was a bit chubbier, and people used to call me Kelly Clarkson. So I'd like go to work.
Not as like a mean thing though.
No, they'd be like, "Oh my God, you look like the younger Kelly Clarkson. You look like the younger," and I was just like, "No, this can't be a thing." And then I also had worked with like celebrities, and they came up to me, and he's like, "Oh, you look like one of my friends." I'm like, "Oh, who?" Kelly Clarkson. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like someone who like actually
Relevant.
knows her is saying this." And then like another celebrity said it to me, and then it kind of just stuck, and then here I am. Now I'm accepting it, and she's relevant again.
Let's get on the podcast.
Okay, down.
Great. Yeah.
We'll be on the next. Like she's the new Ellen,
Let's get her on before
She
that.
potentially
Let's
might
break
be
it.
the new Ellen. Yeah.
She is.
and we'll have her on the Pals
She
podcast.
is.
Bex?
Let's do it.
So the last time we said Demi Lovato, because I always get that I look like her.
You changed it up this time?
Yeah.
But I don't really resonate with her at all.
It's not just
So
about
I'm
looks.
honestly, I'm gonna come out with something that's just gonna blindside both of you. I'm gonna say Dua Lipa
Heck yeah!
because she's a cool, edgy girl,
Fuck yeah!
and she's charismatic.
Get on
And
this.
she is.
Get a load of this girl over here.
She
Dua
is.
Are you dating the wrong pal?
I'm gonna say Dua Lipa.
She's a vibe.
Well, I was gonna say Halsey,
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Oh shit.
but I'm gonna say Dua Lipa. Like that resonates with me so much more.
Have you seen her Tiny Desk Room?
Yes,
Her Tiny Desk concert?
yes. George and I watched it.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah, we did.
The orange backdrop.
Remember that night we watched the Tiny Desk things and I spilled wine all over your
Yes,
couch?
yes. I forgot to watch Dua Lipa, but I remember watching Mac
Oh.
Miller.
Yeah, Mac Miller's was good
so
too.
good.
Becca spilled
I
red.
wish he
Guys,
Tyler,
Tyler,
the
the
dinner
creator,
table.
was
if you're
really good.
Becca's friend or you ever hang
Three
out with
people
Becca
talking
in
there.
future, don't let her
people
have anything that stains near or around her.
I spilled
Anywhere.
red wine all over his caramel cognac couch.
I got it off though because I'm
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say,
best
doesn't
cleaner in the
wipe
world.
off?
But
Oh my whole!
she was shitting her dipes.
I was so devastated.
She's like,
I
I
was
was
oh,
like,
guess
don't
I-
worry. I'm like, it's fine. Things happen. It's a piece of leather. Who gives a shit? Like, it's,
George is low key freaking out.
no. I'm
George
actually,
is like
I'm
beet
way
red.
more honestly. I'm the calm one. Like, I actually, when something goes wrong, I'm like, oh, cool.
Except for when you cook.
No, when you cook, and you say when I cook, yeah, I'm all over the place. Becca's the one that freaks out everything. Like, fucking Becca's like stopping at a red light. Oh, shit. I was like, it's a red light. Like, you're fine. Becca is like, she's the most dramatic person ever. But
My dad calls me Shakespeare.
yeah, that's okay. I love you, Fred. Next question. Oh, it's my question. Getting sidetracked here. If you guys could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would that advice be?
I'm gonna give the same one that I said last time because this is my favorite piece of advice ever, and I would genuinely say this to little me. Okay, if this was me right here, I would say, "No one is you, and that is your superpower."
It's the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
I like it.
honestly, it's the best.
Yeah.
I love that.
Danielle.
Danny.
I'm gonna go similar as last time too, but just be more confident and just like keep going. Like there's no tomorrow, and like just keep pushing yourself. Don't be scared.
Love it.
That's it.
Round 2.
Nice. Yeah.
Thanks,
I gotta go
pals.
say this,
Wait,
but
can we tell them to like comment and like if they want a round 2
yeah, 100%.
or
them whatever you
round
want.
3?
You tell me whatever
Round
you
two,
want.
round 2. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
So look in the
tell
camera
them-
and say, because you guys are launching your own podcast, you got to get ready for
Okay,
it.
so guys, we're launching our own podcast, and I want you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you want me and Danielle to start our own, and if you also want a part 3 of this,
A
Yeah.
part 2.
and honestly, if you want a series,
Oh, a series.
Wow, this
So
girl's
what?
trying to hijack our podcast now. Holy shit.
If
No,
you
what
want
I
a
think-
series.
I went from I'm jacking Danielle's episode to I want my own series on this
I
pod.
think a dating series with the gals would be fun.
No, you're just gonna see
We
me
can make them
booking
shorter. We
podcasts
can do
and
like a
give you
quick,
a-
like 20
30-minute,
minute, like yeah,
quippy
short,
in and out.
hot
George can't
topics.
talk.
Sure.
I didn't talk that much, did I? This time?
No, you
No, you're
killed
good.
it.
You're good.
You're perfect.
You
Wow.
actually, you did great.
Thanks, baby. Thank you for giving me praise on
I
my
love
own
she's-
podcast.
I love
Like, yeah, you're doing great, sweetheart. You're doing great. This is my fucking podcast.
You're doing great, sweetie.
No, you did terrific. Don't worry. Don't listen to them. You did terrific. This is my job.
Guys.
I think we should start a series. 30-minute, quick in and out every Tuesday.
Let's see how many likes and views we get.
Once a
you guys
month?
got to help with that.
I'll
So
book us in.
Yeah, Danielle
yeah,
can't
and
book us
also,
anyway.
also
You're gonna get a
anyone
calendar
listening,
invite, and it's gonna say Danielle and Becca
Weekly recurring.
Anybody-
Bi-weekly.
once a month.
Okay.
anybody listening, if you made it this far, we got some new news which we've dropped hints. If you haven't heard the foreshadowing of the episode, now's your chance to listen. We have our lovely new manager, Danielle Galarneau.
Me.
So, Anybody out there, if you're listening, you're watching, you have a suggestion for people we could put on that are interesting that you want to hear talk. If you want to get them back on, DM us. Shoot Danielle an email. She handles the email now.
I'll shoot you an email, Danielle.
Yeah, she'll set it up. We want recommendations. We want, any guests. We're open to all suggestions and all ideas. If you want another episode featuring the gals, this episode has to hit 10,000 streams. 100,000 streams.
So what do you average right now?
A lot. 1 million views on YouTube. No,
Oh,
YouTube.
come
We'll go by
on.
YouTube views because we can see it.
If we get like
fact
3,000,
check this.
3,000 on YouTube.
On YouTube.
YouTube,
guys can come back on.
YouTube does like, I don't know, 1,500 an episode.
1,000,
I'll watch
1,500.
on
Our
all my email comments.
Our like Spotify like actual streams does much better than our YouTube. We just put up because like we have the sick studio. Shout out to Anthony Ricciardi. So we'll do it on YouTube because we can track it.
Sure.
So it's got to do better than our average YouTube plays.
Well, okay, so please.
It's got to hit 3,000.
3,000.
3,000 YouTube.
Okay.
That's a lot.
What's your average right now?
1,500.
You can see it online.
Okay,
It's
well,
like 15.
like we're coming back on. It doesn't matter.
Guys, if you made
So
it
you
to,
said go ahead.
if
Ray.
you made it to the end of this episode, we thank you. Follow the girls. Actually, girls, what are your Instagrams?
Danny Galarneau.
At Becca Sneath.
Perfect. Make sure you follow the gals. Make sure you follow the pals, me and Georgie. And if you do want to see a part 2, message Danielle, hit us up, like, comment, review, all those fun things. And that is all. Signing off, pals.
See ya.
I forgot to say that I'm a runner.
We're still recording. So.
I'm in fashion. I work in dancer, and I'm a runner.
Not even your roommate.
I said I live in Toronto.